Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites. How we doing today? How are we doing on this Monday? Are we good? Are we good? Hopefully we are very good. So, listen. And in this particular show, I'm going to talk to Tia as if she were watching, from one woman to the other. Okay. Do I like the fall New York weather? Yeah, it's an actual fall, so I'm good. Because Chicago already cold, baby. I'm going to talk as if I were speaking to Miss Mowry. Because Tia is my age. Okay. I experienced a long marriage. So I understand the challenge that comes with a long marriage. And my first marriage was 20 years, and we did not have even the comfort that financial stability give you, along with the normal challenges of a long marriage and marriage period. Okay. So I get the long marriage, the same man, the same routine, the same. I get it. As a woman, I get it. I get wanting to do something different, not necessarily want a different man. I also understand the danger of focusing on what you don't have, focusing on what's not happening. And that makes you lose focus on what you do have, what is happening. Right? There is a lot to consider when you are in your marriage. As a woman, you got to be able to step back and see the forest for the trees. You have to be able to do that. If you are not able to do that, you will lose your marriage. You will lose it. You will walk out on it. You will give up on it. You won't understand how you are supposed to essentially interject chaos. And I'm going to get deeper into that. And I spoke about this before. That is what we're supposed to do as women, because that's what we're going to do. No such thing as not doing it. You just have to be strategic, number one, and you have to be careful, number two, with how you inject your chaos, when you inject your chaos, and what kind of chaos you are injecting. The type that I'm talking about is mixing stuff up a little bit. Just change the routine a bit. You know, if we have If we have sweet potato pie every Sunday, one of these Sundays make it a pumpkin pie. See what I'm saying? One of these Sundays, instead of sweet potato pie, we got pumpkin pie this Sunday. It's different. You understand? If we never go out, or let's say we always go to the same restaurant and sit at the same table and we order the same food, go to a different restaurant. Today we're not going to a restaurant. Date night is not a restaurant. We are not eating today. We're gonna go bowling and we're gonna skate and we're gonna eat popcorn and sit in a park and look at the stars today. Just do it. Your man ain't gonna bark but a little bit. Oh man, we changing it. What we do? That's what you supposed to do. If you are a lioness, if a woman is a lioness, the chaos that we bring does not disrupt peace. It disrupts order. Men don't get tired of applying order when the peace is not disrupted. I want to be very intentional with what I'm saying because I want y'all to listen. Run it back if you got to run it back. Men do not get tired of applying order to things. They do it subconsciously. They do it consciously. They do it all day. It comes natural to them because it is natural to them. That's just what they do. They always trying to apply order, even if it's just a little bit to something every day. As long as your chaos does not disrupt his peace, he will never get tired of bringing order to it. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand. Put a 2 if you need me to go back over that. He don't never get tired of problem solving. See, as long as this stuff don't disrupt his peace, he's always going to do it anyway. He don't really get tired of it. And when he's tired of it, he's still not tired of it. He's not going to be able to help himself. He's going to want to solve a problem. He's going to want to apply order. That's just what he want to do. It just is what it is. If you are a lioness, let's lay some ground rules first. You are going to produce chaos because we are women. That is what we do. Just like they bring order to stuff in they sleep. We bring chaos to stuff in ours. That do not have to be a bad thing unless you make it a bad thing. If you want to make it bad, it will be bad. If you want to make a disruption of peace, you will disrupt peace. That is when you have problems. That's when you start introducing problems into your marriage. Having a mundane marriage is not a problem in and of itself. The reason we get a little bit disillusioned or we become bored is because we are chaotic. Chaotic things are often spontaneous. They are often impulsive. They are often happen on a whim. That's a part of it. We're gonna do that. It is innate to us as breathing. I want the women to understand that. But you have to not disrupt peace. Chaos is the opposite of order. War is the opposite of peace. He don't get tired of having to open the can for you. He don't get tired of having to check the car oil for you. He don't get tired. He don't get tired of that. These are problems that he is consistently solving all the time. It just come to him, especially if he's a really good problem solver. This is child's play. I told you about the clip long time ago. I saw little boy couldn't have been no more than about 2 or 3 years old. His little game that he played with himself is that he had one of them little toy cars, them little play school cars that a little toddler can get into. And he played like it was broken so that he could fix it. The little boy, little game that he played with himself was how to solve a problem. They do it for fun. How many men do you know will take apart something just to put it back together? How many men? How many men in this chat have done that? Take something apart, anything. It could have been something mechanical. It could have been something electrical. It could have been anything, anything. How many men in this chat have taken something apart just to have the problem, just to look at it, just to be like, okay, this go over here, this do right here. Okay, this work like this. Okay, and then solve the problem. For fun, as a hobby. Okay? They find joy in this. Thank you, Miss Lucchese, for kicking off the contribution and your super sticker. We're going to cook in a minute, but I'm having to lay a little bit of groundwork. What I'm talking about, why am I talking about introducing a little chaos into your marriage? Because that's how you keep it going. That's how you stay in it. That's how you stay. That's how you stay, Tia. Now, thank you, Quiet Storms and Kendra. I'm an engineer. Do it every day for fun. Exactly. And thank you so much. Thank you, Joe, for your super sticker as well. Thank you, Keith. So the reason why she's trying to clap back a hit dog holler. Oh, we gonna cook it. Because I'm talking to her, but we gonna cook her too. Miss Tia. From one woman to another. That little clapback that you thought you ate on. You didn't eat, boo-boo kitty. You did not eat. The sisterhood gassed you up like you ate. But baby, you did not. I guarantee you didn't. All you did was reiterate everything that we've been saying, boo. So let me share. First, I'm going to share with you the reason why people are saying she should have went back or she should have stayed with Corey. This clip here. I'm trying to, let's see, it's this one. Okay. When she appeared on this show, and this is what she said, that's got people like, baby, you should not have left your husband.
How hard is it in the dating world now? Oh my God! What is it like out there for a single woman? Shot of tequila? No. No, I haven't been single for 5 years, so I don't know what this world is like out there. But I know it. But from what I see and from what I hear, it is tough. It is very tough, and it is exhausting. It's exhausting. I'm going to throw the towel in. Someone had told me, and I wanted to be like, no, I disagree with you, and I don't want to believe it. My last relationship, when dating was, when I was, dating this person,
Corey.
it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was courting that was, involved. And I was saying how I feel like that's no longer, present, meaning like people just don't court each other anymore. And this person was like, well, that's old news. Like people just don't do that anymore. There's just this whole new way of doing things. And I'm like, you mentioned tradition, and I think that's where it kind of needs to go back to, where, a man is, courting a woman and showing her, how much he appreciates her and wants her and loves her or wants to be with her. They have this mentality right off the bat that there is someone else. Do you know what I mean? Like there could be someone else.
Is it that they're the prize?
Yes.
We talking deep here.
Yes.
We about to get into it.
Oh my God, that the man is the prize.
The man is the prize.
Yes. I'm talking loud. Yes. Also, it seems as if men are now just looking at women as objects. Things are so, it's like instant gratification. You know what I mean? They just want something like quick and easy and now.
But wait, there's more.
So that was the clip that had everybody like, okay, but stay with your husband. Thank you, Professor Cause. I'm addicted to watching Forged by Fire. Okay, that show where they make stuff. It's almost like blacksmithing. Is that? Am I thinking the right thing? Thank you, Habitual Line Steppers. I took my PlayStation and PS2 and fixed it myself. I was so proud of myself because I didn't know what I was doing. I just guessed it needed a fuse. Thank you. Thank you, Keith Brock. Said another starving hyena trying to desperately be a 304 for the streets. Thank you, Lucy. Said that sisterhood gassed her up, but will leave her hanging the instant a man gives them any attention or thing of tangible value. Hashtag make it make sense. Thank you so much for your contributions. Okay. So before we move on to her little clapback, listen to what she said. Oh, we used to court. Baby, that was 20-something years ago when you were young and Corey courted you. The last relationship. Corey? You mean Corey? Are we talking about Corey? Huh? Is that the last relationship you was in, boo-boo, was your marriage? Corey? Is that who we talking about? All the things that he did, you're looking for it again. Didn't I tell you they look for their husbands? They look for the husband. Baby, you have already experienced the best man you could get. You have already had him. It only go downhill from here, Miss Tia. Miss Tia, this is what everybody's trying to tell you. Miss Tia, it's down here. Okay, off the cliff. If that's all you about to get, baby, you are not about to get better than what you already had. A rich man that married you, that loved you, that took care of you, and took care of the kids that he put in you. Where you gonna find it? Easy on the eyes. You can't tell me it was all bad. So he was a decent dude. You ain't say he was cheating, so he not a cheating dude. Corey don't even look like that type of dude. So you mean Corey courted you? You mean Corey thought enough of you to court you and not treat you like a piece of meat? Because, baby, you 45 now. And these dudes is out here like, oh, you know what it is. Ain't nobody taking you to no fancy nothing. Nothing. You got nothing. They like, oh, if you gotta bend over today, not tomorrow, not next week when you think you comfortable. No, you gonna have to bust it open today, like now, like right now. And it ain't no commitment, and I don't love you, and I ain't really feeling you like that, but you gotta let me clap your cheeks. That is what they on today. Okay? This is why I said in the couple of other videos that I did concerning this situation, Miss Tia, there's nothing in them streets, Miss Tia, nothing. There's nothing over there. Nothing. You thinking like 20-something years ago, 20-something year old Tia. Back when you could get courted, you already got picked up as a wife. He already took you off the market. You put yourself back on there. Now it ain't nobody coming to get you off that shelf. Nobody. You worse than the end piece of bread in a loaf of bread. We used to call that the butt of the bread. Some folk call that the whole piece, the whole of the bread, because everybody touch it, but don't nobody want it. You went from being the middle slice that everybody go for to the butt of the bread that don't nobody want. There's nothing there, Tia. You mean when Corey used to court you? When he used to make you feel worthy? There's nobody, they're just objects, and you just, because your husband didn't treat you like an object. Here's the thing. You left your man to do for another man what you should have been doing with your husband. You left your husband to get out there and be this fun, vibrant, open, awesome woman to some other man that has not dedicated no time, that ain't put in no work, that ain't put in no commitment, that ain't did nothing for you. Nothing. And you want to go with this other, some unnamed, unknown other dude to give him the best version of you because you're going to present the best version of you to him. What about presenting that version to Corey before you left your marriage? So now you're going to have all this, you're going to be throwing it back the best way you can, all kind of stuff. You're going to be fun and happy and happy-go-lucky and joyful, all of that you should, all that energy you about to put in some other man that you should have put in your husband. He might have appreciated it. He might have appreciated it. Because you're going to be all looking at some other man googly-eyed. Talking about how much you care about him and he this and he that. Maybe Corey would have liked to hear that. But you got used to him. It was nothing. The stuff he was doing to you or doing for you meant something in the beginning, but the consistency now don't mean nothing. Now, it's such a regular part of things that you don't even consider its value anymore. Now you trying to figure out what these other dudes is on. They bunch of them F-19. A bunch of them F-19s. They all about clapping cheeks and nothing else. Nothing else. They don't care about you and how you feel and what your day was and how difficult it was today to mother your children and how, how, you had a down day or you had a happy day or you had a contemplative day. You can't cry on these dudes' shoulders. They don't want to hear that. They don't care about what's going on internally to you. Talking about you looking for happiness. Look like you looking for another man. But didn't you have the stability of a man before? Didn't you have his stability? And you ain't gonna do nothing but get complacent with the next one that give you stability. What, he gonna be another school you graduate from? That's why another man won't take you seriously. It don't have nothing to do with your money. It really don't have too much to do with your age or your looks. The reason why another man would not take you seriously to be your husband at this point is because you left your husband But they don't. And then you said publicly, you said that you graduated away from him. You outgrew him. So no man want to put himself in a position where you outgrow him. No man has another 20 years to give you. To give you 20, because your 20 years was no more valuable than his 20 years. He spent 20 years too. He spent his time too, not just your time. That's a lot of time to invest in somebody only to have them sit in somebody's face talking about they graduated away from you and you ain't do nothing to them. Every marriage has challenges. Every marriage. Ain't no perfect marriage. There are healthy marriages, but even those have challenges. It's a difference between the things you go through in a marriage and the things your spouse put you through. And you ain't said nothing about what he put you through. Because y'all, and I know he ain't put you through nothing because y'all like to go to the rooftop to tell how a man done did you wrong. I'm going to go to a commercial break and then I'm going to come back. We'll get to the super chats and then I'm going to get to the second post of her, call herself Clapping Back. So after these messages, we'll be right back. Hello, my Crimsonites and all of my supporters. I invite you to go and get your copy of my new book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lives of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, on sale now at crimsoncure.com. This is guaranteed to change your perspective and positively impact your life. So go ahead now to crimsoncure.com and get your copy today. So you want to go to crimsoncure.com, pick up your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, Lives of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, on sale right now. The links are in the description box as well. I know I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button, bam, bam. You got to, All right, we got to hit the like button. I don't know how many likes we need, but I know we probably need some. Let's get the likes up. Let me get to the super chats. Thank you. You can't see me. He said, blessings to you. Been a while since I caught you live. Thank you so very, very much for your contribution. I can't hear. I actually can't. I don't know if the sound thing is over with for you guys, but I can't hear it. And since I can't hear it, I'm not going to be playing it because I don't know when it's over. Thank you. Jabrina said you have to stay dating while married. Keeps the marriage fresh and the spouses are continuously in tune with each other. There will be no, I woke up one day and I was in bed with a stranger. Precisely. Thank you so much, RBN. So let me get this straight. She wanted 304 culture, not complaining about the value system in 304. Now complaining about the value system in 304 culture, make it make sense. Plus her very little respect for the father of her children, can't even say his name. She don't want to say his name. Too much like right, but you right. Now you want to complain about the lost value system? Well, you willingly, you walked over there. What you think was happening over there? Thank you again, RBN says, so this is what graduation from marriage looks like, men watching how you move into you. Exactly. Thank you, JS. I guarantee you Hyena Mowry is still out here trying to get with Pooktavious versus Ronald, the insurance salesman. She's telling on herself. Thank you. When you like to know, says she already got picked, wasn't satisfied, left because she thought she could do better. Now she has nothing. Exactly. Thank you, Miss Bella, says she can graduate. She flunked. That is facts. And thank you, My Sexy is Strong. So, Crimson, I love your book. I can't recommend it enough. Great body of work. Also, I wish Tia would go sit down somewhere. tired of her. And thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoyed the book. Thank you so very much, sweetheart. So now I'm going to show you the other clip. It's not a video, it's a post. So I'm gonna show you this post. This is a Twitter post, and then I'm gonna read you how these hyenas gassed her up. Just because the dating life is complicated doesn't mean, i.e., just because it's dry out here as a Sahara desert, just because the dating life is complicated doesn't mean I'm gonna go back to something that no longer served me. And that's the problem right there. Talking about she ain't gonna spin the block. That's like saying if I don't book an audition for a part right away, I'm going to give up on my dreams as an actor. Please just stop. I ain't that weak. It's a lot to unpack there. Please move on because I have. No, you haven't. Thank you. Next. And then another lady like kind of responded. So the lady that responded said, well, that's a lot to say, especially at 6 a.m. I would never address this publicly. And I know we all handle things in our own way, but gad dog, I would be too focused on my life and my kids to comment on my ex-husband / their father. Now, this was a nice way that the sisterhood was talking to her. This the nice way. This is nice for a sisterhood participant. Okay. Would y'all agree? This is kind of, she came at her nice. Tia shot back. She was like, boo boo. You know somebody shooting back when they call you boo boo. I'm in Europe traveling the world. So it ain't 6 a.m. Also, you ain't me either. So I think it's best to stop projecting your life onto mine. Focus on you, not me. Next. So trying to have a little clap back. Now, if we read the comments, Kendra G said, this is the Tia that I love. Somebody said, Tia said, mind your United States business. She told her to mind her Minnesota business. The read from Europe was heard all around the world. Y'all better stop playing with me. She said she ain't going back to Derwin. That's the coldest celebrity clapback in a minute, in my opinion. Got that girl together. Stop telling Black women how they should tell their stories. Ate that. She says she on a different type of time, literally. Y'all be staying in unhappy relationships just not to be alone. Don't project that to others. She will be happier and enjoy life doing what she wants. She said, just because dating life is complicated, that doesn't mean I'm going back to something that no longer served me. Tia. Okay. Is being out here in these streets serving you? Y'all be leaving y'all men, but do that single loneliness be serving you though? Because you the one, let's be reminded, while you trying to clap back and holler back at somebody, while you trying to read somebody on Twitter, you the one going from platform to platform talking about how dry your DMs is. You the one going from place to place talking about how you can't find nobody. You the one going somewhere all over the world trying to talk to everybody about how you can't date nobody and how your dating life is horrific and you can't find no man. You're doing that. So baby doll, boo-boo kitty, you have not moved on. You stuck right where you at. Running in quicksand, running in place, tired, sweating bullets, and ain't ran 2 inches. You. Now you don't want nobody to say nothing. Now you don't want nobody to talk about, we see you, Tia. You don't think we see you? We see you. Y'all always trying to run around here and act like there's more to the story. We can put the story together. Ain't nobody crazy. You left that man because you're feeling yourself. You call yourself, got bored in that relationship. He boring. He strict. He this. He that. 20 years was all you had in you of faking like you like order. And then when you didn't like the way he put his order down no more, you tired of it. He don't change. He don't do nothing different. None of that. Now you ready to roll. Now you told everybody you was graduating and you trying to find yourself and you trying to do this, that, and you trying to find yourself. Then that don't leave room for men, right? Because you didn't even have room for your husband, the man that you was already with. So how you got room in your life for a man that you not with yet? If you got room for a man, then you got room for a man. And if your life ain't got room for no man, then you ain't got room for no man. Correct? But you do got room for a man. You just wanted a different one. So this wasn't even about you graduating. This wasn't even about you trying to find yourself. This wasn't even about you trying to, you know what I'm saying, find your happiness and your innocence. Girl, bye. A relationship that no longer served me. That's part of why you divorced. That's part of why you divorced, baby girl, because your marriage is not just supposed to serve you. You were supposed to be serving it. Did we not know that? Did we not know you were supposed to be serving your marriage? You serve your marriage. I wonder is these dudes that's coming around here that only want to clap your cheeks out, what do they serve? What do they serve? If you're having a better life, why are you talking about it? If you having a better life, if being single served you better than being married, why are you complaining? The math ain't mathing, boo. It ain't mathing. I ain't never heard nobody complaining about something they like and something that's serving them and something that's good for them. They always talking about, oh, it don't serve me. But do this other side of the coin serve you? Is it any better? No. So you jump from the skillet to the fire. You jump from the frying pan on right on into the fire. So what difference did it make? What did you do differently? You just mad because people has been gathering you together and telling you need to go back. You needed to not have left your husband in the first place. You may or may not be able to go back, but you shouldn't have left. And you shouldn't have. Ain't nobody finna take that back. You don't want to sit on the internet and cry about it. Thank you, Davis Lewis. Said 40-plus-year-old woman only has value to a man when she's his wife and or has his kids. 50-50 with a man is a bad deal, but 50% off shopping, a great deal. Yeah. Thank you again, JS. Atia will be complaining about Passport Bros next. Thank you, Ty Boxing says she's the one that went on her divorce tour. She mad because she getting called out on her BS. Exactly. This is why Corey didn't say nothing. See, can't nobody call him out on what he think or how he moving, because we don't know how he moving, because you know what he did? The same thing he been doing, staying out of the public eye like that. Off of social media like that. Them TikTok dances not fulfilling? Are they serving you? You know, you wanted to get on TikTok. That was one of the things she mentioned. You know, he don't be liking me to be on TikTok. I mean, so is TikTok serving you? Little TikTok challenges not fun no more? Even your kids was telling you not a good look? Then she said, the other thing that she said was this: I ain't that weak. That's a call to the sisterhood. I'm not weak enough to want a man, to want my man. I'm not, that would be weakness to her. To her, it would be weak to spin the block like she knows she should and try to go back to her husband where the stability was at, where the stability not only for her, but for them children. Where you could be treated like you are valued. That's the man that valued you. You had value to him that you will not get with no other man, Tia. But y'all always bringing out that same argument. We done listening to none of that stuff fulfills you, traveling and all that kind of stuff. Then she tried to bring up the traveling. Then she gonna say, I'm in Europe, traveling the world. If that meant something, you wouldn't have been on that other guy's platform and all these other platforms whining and crying about how you ain't got no man no more. But you had one. Oh, that don't serve me. Why not? Why not? You telling all the rest of your business. Why not? Why didn't it serve you? What didn't serve you? What part of it didn't serve you? Because you're not going to do nothing but try to get into another relationship. That relationship going to be stable. And you're going to be mad again. I'm telling y'all, these chicks say the same thing. But do y'all remember that song Cranes in the Sky by Solange? Because Solange can't keep no man either. Y'all remember that? I'm going to read y'all the lyrics to that song. I like the song. Solange is a good singer. But Solange wrote a song. She sung a song. I don't know if she wrote it or not. About this very thing. She basically singing Tia's life and a whole lot of these other chicks. She sung it. I'm going to share the lyrics. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. Cranes in the Sky lyrics. I tried to drink it away. I tried to put one in the air. I tried to dance it away. I tried to change it with my hair. I ran my credit card bill up. Thought a new dress would make it better. I tried to work it away, but that just made me even sadder. I tried to keep myself busy. I ran around in circles, think I made myself dizzy. I slept it away. I sexed it away. I read it away. She telling the story. This is Tia. This is Tia. Thank you. You in Europe with your rose. Forget that part. Forget that part. You didn't say that part. That was the part you didn't say. Then she say, I tried to run it away. Thought then my head be feeling clearer. I traveled 70 states. Thought moving around make me feel better. I tried to let go of my lover. Thought if I was alone, then maybe I could recover. To write it away or to cry it away. Now, the song, that's pretty much the end of the song, unless I was singing it to you. But that is the anthem of these chicks. The I can't keep no man. I think the grass is greener on the other side. I'm bored with life. I gotta graduate from my husband chicks. That song is for them. That's them to a T. All the little tropes that they say, the working, the sex, the drinking, the shopping, the traveling, all of the stuff that they claim makes them happy. All of the stuff that they claim fulfills them. And it don't. How many times y'all gonna tell y'allself this lie? And then try to make us believe the lie. That's the part I don't like. You try to make the world believe the lie. That all of these different things, having a bunch of different men run through you, having your little money, being able to go somewhere, being able to buy stuff, drinking, partying, this, that, and the third. That all of this stuff fulfills you, this empowers you, this makes you full as a woman. When you get done with that, you're empty. Don't tell me that you don't feel that emptiness, Tia. Please don't play in our faces, especially the women who have been or are currently in long marriages. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. We know what it is. Don't try to play. You came out here to this dating climate. I know you was like, oh, I know y'all lying. I left my man for this. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Now you might not be able to spin the block. So you're going to have to stand in that decision. You're going to have to stand in that decision. Nowhere in the world you're going to tell me that you happier now without your covering that you've been had for more than 20 years. You already thinking it. You ain't gonna find no man. Not for real. You find somebody want to lay in the bed with you, that you can, long as you look halfway decent, you can always find that. That ain't the question. That ain't the problem. Can you be desirable to somebody sexually? Sure. But that ain't real. Because we know it ain't real because we experienced real already. Know how it feel to be loved already. See, you gonna compare every man to Corey. Every man gonna be, you gonna start thinking back, man, Corey wouldn't have done that. Corey wouldn't have spoken to me that way. Corey wouldn't have dismissed me like that. He had his flaws, but he wouldn't have done that. See, you put yourself in a position that you didn't have to be in. Because you was going to be in this position one day anyway, because marriages end by divorce or by death. That man going to leave whether it's divorce or he die. If you don't die first or leave first. The first husband I had died. Right? So the marriage ended. It wasn't just devastating because of the grief. It was also devastating because I was uncovered. And I had been covered for 20 years. And you know what became insignificant? All the little quirks that I didn't like. Those became insignificant. Because they paled in comparison to what I actually lost. And the devastation of being uncovered, wear on a woman that is accustomed to 4 P's from a man consistently. See, we wasn't out there in the street going from man to man, trying to piece together no man. That's not what we was doing. Were we, Tia? Had one consistent man. Spent our youth with that man. Till you got around my age. I got widowed at 40. As the years ticked by, I got worried. That was a real concern to me. You ever gonna find like a husband? You can find a dude that wanna get with you in the bed. That's how I know it's easy. Because that you can always find. That's a dime a dozen. The husband is not. The husband is difficult. The man that want to take you seriously. The man you can bring value to when your youth is not a part of it anymore. How to cultivate and bring value to a man when you can't bring him your youth. You can't bring him your womb. And you put yourself in that position willingly. That's why I'm talking to you like this. You put yourself in a position willingly. You can't bring a man none of that stuff. You just got to bring you on the strength of you now. He got to value you on the strength of you. On the strength of your femininity. On the strength of your ability to add value now to him in ways that are meaningful to him. That's difficult. Because you can't rest on your laurels. Can't rest on, I'm 21, 22 and fine. Can't rest on, well, I can give you a bunch of babies. Can't rest. See, I can't rest on that. Me. Got married again by the grace of Allah to a wonderful man. Wonderful man. Had to figure out how to give him value in his life because I cannot give him the 20-year-old me. I can't give him my womb. So what to give him? My value as a woman, how valuable is that to him? Got to make sure it's valuable every day. No rest. I'm trying to talk to y'all, not just here, but all of these women out here that want to throw their marriages in the garbage because they think it's something better, or they think it's a better man, or they think they can be free now of that man's restriction and free of his system, free of his SOS. No, you don't actually want to be free of his SOS. There's nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here for women like us. Older women. There's nothing here for us. You need to be married. You need to be married. If you have a husband, you have a stable, healthy marriage, you need to stay in it. Don't let the sisterhood gas you. Oh, girl, you'll be all right just because you got a few dollars. If a few dollars could satisfy you, you wouldn't be complaining. If a few dollars could satisfy you, you wouldn't have left your marriage because you got a few dollars in it. Right? If you're missing something, look to your Lord to find it. Trying to talk to the ladies. Y'all better pick up what I'm putting down. It is not fun. Nothing fun about having men come around you that don't do anything. They're not even trying to do anything because why would they? A lot of these men out here are too accustomed to hyenaism. And I'm certainly not calling her a lioness, because lionesses do not move like this. She disappointed because she has not been in the street. So she don't even know how that go. She don't know how that go. You don't know how to move in the street because you ain't been in the street. And that's fine. You shouldn't have never been in the street. It's fine. I wasn't no street girl either. So suddenly being thrust back into a situation where you got to find a man now. And not just any man. You got to get a husband. You got to get married now. You got to get somebody serious enough that want to do it, that's trying to do it, and you're a part of that consideration as well. That's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot for a lioness. I know these hyenas out here just catching it. Thank you, Mike. So a grown woman complaining about not being on TikTok. That's what I was saying. Thank you, Professor Carlton. So forget the Brothers Grimm. These be the best cautionary tales ever. Thank you. Thank you, Team Peterson. No black man of value will ever take Tia seriously. Exactly. Thank you, Marquis. Says ironic, Tamara didn't graduate from her zaddy. She didn't. Thank you, Steve, for your contribution. I'm not going to play the sound because I can't hear it. I don't know when it's over or what it's doing. So, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ruminant said she was wifed by the best man she could get, but she wanted better. Tamara didn't marry a baller either, but she's not leaving Cartwright Jr. And Tia is gonna need the hotline when Corey upgrade. Exactly. Thank you, Pharaoh said, can you do a conservative black woman versus degenerate black woman vid? I'll think about it. Thank you. Thank you, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. That Corey better not ever take her back under any circumstance. If he does, I'm actually going to be personally livid, and I don't know the dude. Thank you, Stardust said, leans to the old adage, thou know not what thou possess until that which thou hast becometh fleeting. Shalom, beloved. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss 39 Dina, and thank you, Andre. Say, hey, Crimson Cure, I'm new. What are your 4 P's? The 4 P's. The 4 P's are these. Let's see. The 4 P's are the essence of male nature, and it is the thing that men provide not only in relationships, but they provide the 4 P's for themselves. They do so environmentally, at least on some level. So the first of those is provision. Okay. And he produces masculine light, which gives him the ability to look ahead and or prepare in advance. He generates stability in the form of his ideas, supplies, food, finances, clothing, housing, etc. Okay, then number 2 is his problem solving, and that's his ability to think in a linear and analytical fashion to be able to dissect and resolve issues efficiently. All right, so this is a quality that men have that women do not have in spades because of the way that we think differently. Okay, so his problem solving saves time, minimize wastes of energy, money, etc. He necessitates order out of confusion and chaos and brings a sense of peace. The third P is protection. This includes shielding from harm by confronting danger, but also in the form of the very structure he creates or provides that covers in his physical absence or in a hostile environment. This includes rules and guidelines he sets. And finally, 4 is procreation, which is physical intimacy, which range from affectionate touches and words to sexual intercourse, any and all expressions of love, care, or support, the creation and raising of his children with his values and the cultures of his household. So it's important to note that in this sense, procreation has a broader definition than just sex, because a man also shares procreative qualities with his children. So that does not include sex, but it does include love and affection and care and nurturing. So that is the 4 P's that I am referring to. I have to be mindful that I have new people and they don't necessarily get the references when I refer to charts. So please forgive me. So I will be more mindful to bring the charts up a little bit more for those of you who are not familiar with the charts and things of that nature. So I needed to touch on this because of that little clapback, baby. That ain't about nothing. We see you, Tia. And women know. Women know. We know. We know this is not sunshine, roses, and lollipops. We know that. I don't care if you was the one that initiated the break of the relationship, you still gonna grieve it. Still gonna grieve it. So acting like you ain't going through that grieving process, that's blowing me. That's really blowing me, actually. And trying to act like you ain't, you feel me, you're unbothered, that's blowing me. Know your husband loves you. I know he loves me. I love him too. Very much. Very much. Ladies, stop walking away from y'all marriages. You about to take a L. If it's not nothing that's just absolutely devastating, that you simply cannot abide in this marriage, and it just has broken down irretrievably, then there is no way, there's no reason to walk out on your marriage and to give up your marriage. So, man, I can think back, man, I have y'all here all day talking about the challenges in the first marriage I had, man. But that didn't stop me from loving him. And it didn't make me leave. That's why I can tell people how to stay. It takes a conscious effort to stay in your marriage. You don't think the men are doing it? You don't think the men are making a conscious effort to stay with you? No, nobody talk about that part. The men make a conscious effort to stay. You don't think you getting on their nerve? You don't think they had it up to here with you? Huh? Most people have already ended up with whoever was best for them, unless they was really down low. I had y'all here all day with that stuff, man. I ain't gonna get into it. All the stuff we used to just go through. Just hardship. And then dealing with each other. We liked each other. We got along well. We got along. We loved each other and stuff like that. But sometimes, you know, and then those are the times you make conscious efforts, conscious thought. I am not going to leave this man. Why? Because what? Why? Why would I leave? Start weighing the pros and cons. Step back. Take a step back out of your feelings. Take a step back out of the negative things. Oh, I don't like this thing. I don't like that thing. I don't like this thing. Nitpicking. I guarantee you, if you got time to nitpick, I'm going to leave you with this. If you got time to nitpick at all your husband's little minor shortcomings, that means you ain't got no big problems. Because if you had big problems, you wouldn't have time to mess with the little ones. You'd be working on them big old problems that's standing in your face. If you got time to nitpick at this and that and the little things, and he be doing this and he be doing that, and if you can focus on that, that means you don't have big marital problems. That means you ain't got no marital problems. You need to put it on ice it. Because everybody has a flaw. Everybody got flaws. You are not going to beat no man that don't have something wrong. It's just not going to happen. It's just all about what flaw can you put up with? Which one can you tolerate? And I'm sorry, if you've been tolerating them flaws for 20 years, baby, them flaws you can tolerate. I'm not trying to hear it. Them same flaws on day one. Get out of here. He was doing the same stuff on day 965 that he was doing on day one. I don't want to hear that. Let me get to these super chats. Thank you, Quiet Storm. Said, Crimson, please say that again. Stop walking away from your marriages. It's just walking for no reason. Thank you, Stardust. Exams come with suffering when you pass or fail. Exactly. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want y'all to jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you've not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.